Detroit at the Dallas Cowboys. Look, you talked about this on Sunday. The Cowboys are 3.5 point home underdogs. We would normally hate taking a road favorite like this. We're
Yeah.
hesitating on the Chargers, right? As road favorites.
This
You
is this is that
started
as public as we get with
you
public bets.
you started the show. 9 home underdogs this week. This is a week where we like to eat. But you said it Sunday night, Detroit at -3. It's gone up to 3.5. I don't think that's public money earlier in the week. I think that's pros betting on the Lions. And I don't disagree. I got a whole boatload of research and matchup that makes me feel that way. But you're still feeling that way.
Yeah, how is this not a slam dunk? Another great matchup for Detroit. Like all their strengths is this Cowboys team weaknesses. Like they should be able to run it down Dallas's throat. And defensively, I don't think they mind Dak passing the ball a lot. Like their defense can get turnovers. They're not as bad as they used to be, especially in the secondary. So, yeah, I love this matchup, especially when it's at 3. But this is going to be the most public side of the week. I mean, how does every Joe public now walk in and take a -3 on the Lions here? I think everyone's looking at this Dallas team and just thinking fraudulent, like across
Yeah.
the board. There's just so many things you don't trust about them. And, you know, hat tip to Dak. That was incredible. Him drive. I had no faith that he was going to actually drive that field against that Pittsburgh defense. It was just vintage. Pittsburgh finds a way to win that game. An ugly game. That's such a Tomlin game where he wins. And, sure enough, I think it was like a bad snap. They fumble it out of the back, whatever it was, and it's like 4th and 4. I was like, there's no way they're going to get this. And Dak, big time throw, perfect touch, put it right where he needed to. That's why you pay a guy like him that kind of money. It's like he to me needed that kind of game, right? That could be something where maybe we're missing that. They're riding into this game high, and they do show up and play well against a Detroit team that might be a little sluggish coming off their bye week. But me and Chad don't know that shit. You can't bet on that. Models don't predict this stuff. So I have this number at 4.5. I have a ton of value right now on Detroit. So unfortunately, like I'm hoping Chad's right that is professional money coming in, but I'm with the public now. Like there's still a couple books that have 3s out there. We get off this call, I'm heading right down to Atlantic City and making a bunch of bets on Detroit. So I love this side. You love this side. Is this a exact decision or no?
I was gonna say this is
Okay.
my exact decision,
I
and
was
I
about to
hate
steal
it.
it.
You were gonna steal it?
I was tempted to because it's still 3, but I know it's not our sponsor's book. But
Oh, that's okay.
um,
I just feel like I actually thought you were gonna go with a different Simon Says because I know there's another game
yeah,
that
you know what's coming up. You
yeah,
know.
you feel pretty strongly about, and I just kept digging into this game, and there's like in the same way that I like the predictability of Harbaugh and the Chargers and sort of the physical nature of what he's trying to do. I like what Dan Campbell is turning this team into, which is a dominant team at the line of scrimmage. And if you look at the Lions and what they did when we wanted to get back on that bandwagon, I did against the Seahawks. I thought they were going to try to physically dominate that team and get back to the idea that they are playing football. Football is a game of violence. They are going to control the line of scrimmage, right? The line strength right now is at that line of scrimmage. Offensively, defensively, they are amongst the top 5 teams in the league because of their ability to run block, pass block, and rush the passer. On the flip side, the Cowboys, one of the worst pass blocking teams in the league. So we've got a matchup advantage for the Lions at the line of scrimmage with their pass rushers. And they are literally the worst defense in the league if you look at all the advanced metrics from a run perspective. Sorry, I want to be clear. Worst rush defense in the league. So again, you don't want to keep the ball in Jared Goff's hands. I think they got a little bit sort of too tricky, sexy, out of character
Yeah.
with Jared Goff early in the season. He was amazing, 18-18 against the Seahawks, but he wasn't like trying to overdo it. That was a dominant physical performance. I think we could see the same thing here against the Cowboys.